Episode 13 Baby Cakes. Ugh, this is just gonna be more crap, isn't it? God, this is just gonna be, you have to take care of kids, but you don't think it's that hard, but then you realize it is hard. It's just gonna be more of that. More of just the same lesson that you just, or not the same lesson, but just another generic lesson that you teach kids. Now this is about how, maybe this will be like the grass is always greener on the other side, because, you know, when you're a kid, you look at your parents and it's like, oh, they have everything. You know, no one tells them what to do and blah, 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 but then your parents, when you're a kid, will be like, oh wow, that kid's got everything, you know, they don't have any responsibilities, they don't have to go to work, they don't have to do chores, or like, whatever. That's probably what this is gonna be. Ugh, it's just so, there's just nothing to this concept. I could probably just skip this one, but if I choose to skip any, then why not just skip all of them? I don't know which ones will have story, which ones won't. No matter what, it's just gonna be dumb, so I'm gonna sit through all of them, no matter what. Okay, so it's like, I guess they're in the hospital. Cupcake and cake. Fuck. So are they like, so these Pinkies like siblings? It's 2 times the torture. That's what, so Pinkie Pie wants to play with them, but she can't because they have to sleep. This is still just, like, honestly, as I'm watching these, I'm just getting more and more baffled as to why an adult would like this. Because it's like, when I hadn't seen it, it's like, okay, maybe I just don't know what happens. And that's why. Maybe there's just something I don't know about, and that's why people like it. Fucking singing. But now that I'm actually watching this, it's like, what could anyone possibly get out of this? This is gonna be a Pinkie Pie-centric episode. This is just pure pain. Like, wait a minute. So, in Pinkie Pie's flashback, she was like a little kid. But then, like, I'm so glad they didn't show that. Did not need to see whatever that would look like. What am I saying? But, like, okay, so why would they be having twins again? And didn't she have siblings? What happened to them?
Need to be burnt.
Is that actually a thing? So wait a minute. Is their full name like Pound Cake? No, whatever. This is so boring. This is so stupid. I guess at least this is a montage instead of like dragging it out. Wait a minute though. These are supposed to be her parents, right? But like her parents were the completely different color in that flashback. Like one of them was like gray and like a disgusting yellow color. So like who are these people then? Are they like, yeah, wait, she didn't call them mom and dad. So wait, who are they then? It's so unclear. Or maybe I'm just forgetting. Are they like her cousins? Like these babies would be her cousins and then the 2 cake people would be her like siblings, or not siblings, what am I saying, her aunts and uncles. So she has to feed them or something. You cannot get more basic than this. What? Is that supposed to be a funny joke? I can't tell if that's supposed to be funny or not. It's not funny, but like, oh my god, are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me? This is what grown adults obsess over. There are grown men that obsess over these characters. What? So this is just about how babies are dumb and you have to do everything for them? Then for some reason that makes them laugh. God. It is astonishing how boring this is. I mean, seriously, what could anyone possibly get out of this? Oh my god. This stupid rhyming voices stuff. Oh, and haha, she put them on the wrong person somehow. Oh, and she's gonna walk out with the diapers on her head.
I can't begin to tell you what my—
That shot of her taking off the diaper. It's just so disturbing. Oh, why is she like pushing her by the ass? This is just so creepy. And now she set off her ego, so now she thinks, whatever. But are they both gonna cry now? Why are they listening to— I guess they're just taking responsibility and that's the idea. Or are they just pretending to sleep and they're gonna wake up as soon as she leaves the room? Just gonna close the door. Oh, never mind, they're already gone. Oh my god. This is the dumbest thing. Every second of this, I'm just more and more confused. Like maybe there's just like a handful of episodes that the bronies like. And that's why? But then they just don't like most of them? Because how could you like this? Even if you like the characters. This is so boring and unoriginal and just obnoxious. Like if you made an episode of Gravity Falls like this, which was just, I don't know, like let's just say someone in the town had, had kids that needed to be taken care of, and then Mabel offered to do it, but then she learned that she wasn't responsible enough. Like, and you just had Mabel acting like this, or acting like Mabel but doing this kind of thing. This would be so terrible, even though I like Mabel as a character and everything else in Gravity Falls. This would still, if this concept was done in Gravity Falls, it would be terrible, because it wouldn't have anything that makes Gravity Falls Gravity Falls. There's nothing that makes this anything. There's just absolutely nothing here. Most of these episodes have just basically been, okay, a minute of here's what the premise is, what the episode's gonna be about. From there, you already know everything that's gonna happen. Then it's the intro. Then it's like maybe 18, 19 minutes of just nothingness, just unfunny jokes, unfunny antics, boring crap, stuff that could have been condensed in like like 5 minutes of an episode, and then you have 1 minute where the characters say the lesson they learned. It's pretty much every episode in a nutshell, except for like the handful of story episodes. Like the story episodes at least had like something going on. You know, there was like a threat, and then it wasn't immediately obvious where the story was gonna go. I mean, it kind of was, but to a much lesser extent than these episodes. Than the flower on themselves.
Always had fun playing with little kids.
Out of context, that line, I've always had fun playing with little kids. I'm just imagining that out of context. Oh no. Yeah, everything's immaculate, but they're gonna somehow find out that she screwed up everything. Oh my god, this is so shit. I am in absolute shock. Like, no, metaphorically, obviously I'm not. You know what I mean. Why? My thoughts on this episode can just be summarized as why. Why? Why does anyone like this? There's nothing in this. Nothing whatsoever. Well, I'm so lost for words. This is like just the most basic baby show plot. What? Okay, maybe I'll have to explain things. So the plot, these two babies are born from the Cakes, I guess, and then Pinky wants to babysit for them because she likes playing with the kids, and then the Cakes end up only letting Pinkie Pie do it because literally no one else they know will do it because they're all too busy or whatever, or they just don't want to. And then they reluctantly let Pinkie Pie do it, but then she tries to just play with them the whole time, but it doesn't work because she's not responsible. And she learns that she has to be responsible, and then in the end she's responsible. But like I said in the thing, it's basically 1 minute of introduction as to what the plot is, and at that point you already know the entire episode. You could stop watching there and you know what's gonna happen. Then it's the intro, or well, theme song I guess you'd call it, but then it's like 18 or 19 minutes of just ridiculous antics that do nothing but fill up the runtime, and then it's 1 minute of the character explaining the lesson they learned, and then the outro, which of course that's a formula you would expect in a kids show, and as far as a kids show goes, whatever, it's just your typical boring unoriginal kids show. This plot is obviously again done to death about teaching responsibility to kids, but just some of the shit in this, I'm just in disbelief. What in the hell could anyone like about this? I mean, seriously, there is just nothing at all. I mean, for rating, I'll give 2 out of 10. This is so boring and unoriginal, nothing funny. The only times I laughed were at myself, and like just at the thought that anyone could actually like this that isn't like a baby. Just so much absolutely nothing. It's like hurting my head trying to understand how anyone could like this. Oh my gosh, I am just so lost for words. This is the most confusing thing I've ever done. Screw calculus, neural networks, computer programming languages. No, none of that stuff. That's all baby talk. Deciphering this show. This is the most confusing thing I've ever tried to do. That's only half of a joke, honestly.